morning, everyone. My name is Husna Abdullah from Yemen, and I am the chairperson of our today's debate. Before I start, I would like to welcome you to the first debate of the new year 2026. I wish we work together and do the needful. So today we have such an interesting motion which says education system today prioritizes grades over a student's mental well-being. We have two competing sides, proposers and opposers. Proposers are going to agree the motion, while opposers are going to disagree with the motion.
Honorable Chairperson, respected judges, my worthy opponents, and dear audience, good morning. It's my pleasure to see you also in 2026. Today, we are not debating a number on a paper, we are debating the cost of success. The education system today does prioritize grades over students' mental well-being. It rewards perfection, ranks children like products, and measures intelligence with ink instead of understanding, while grades are visible. Mental health is silent, and silence is often ignored in chasing high marks and systems. The system forgets the human mind behind them, and when pressure replaces purpose, learning stops being growth and starts becoming survival. Let me convince you with these views, my achievements. My first view: students are measured by results, not by resilience. Report cards, GPAs, rankings, and honor rolls, these define students more than creativity, kindness, and emotional strength. A student who is struggling mentally and scoring high marks is praised, and a student who is emotionally healthy but scoring low marks is questioned as to why he's scoring low marks. And that alone shows how grades are prioritized over mental well-being. My second view: pressure culture is normalized. Burnouts are called hard work. Anxiety is called motivation. Sleepless nights are called dedication. When stress becomes a badge of honor, mental well-being is no longer the goal, the grade is. My third view: teaching to pass, not to understand. Schools run to finish the syllabus, drill past papers, and predict exam questions. There are little time left for the reflection, decision-making, and making discussion or emotional check-ins. Education becomes a race, not a journey, and mental wealth is left behind the starting line. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be civil about this. Grades can open doors, but mental health determines whether a student can't walk through them.
Thank you, the chairperson, the secretary, the timekeeper, proposers plus you, the audience. Standing before you is Muhammad Saeed from the 11th grade, ready to oppose the motion which says education system should today prioritize grades over a student's mental well-being. Starting with the proverb, all that glitters is not gold. It fits perfectly with today's education systems, shines with numbers, rankings, and exam results. Yet behind that glitters are stressed students, anxieties, and stressed minds. So research from the World Health Organization, who found that 1 out of 7 teenagers globally suffers from anxiety or stress linked to school pressure and academic performance, which is one of the major causes, which is one of the major causes. And from the Cambridge University in UK shows that 60% of the students damage their confidence and almost 40% lose interest in learning after finishing the school. Starting with the first point, pressure. Schools push students to score highly in exams. First, a student starts studying until 2 a.m. after midnight, not only to learn, but because he wants not to fail the exam. The second one, children avoiding hobbies, sports, and sleep to finish the syllabus. My second point, grades do not measure real intelligence. Human intelligence is not one-dimensional. The brain has multiple functions: creativity, problems solving, and emotional intelligence. So exams only measure memory and does not show true intelligence.
In a factory, everything needs to be uniform. When you get high ratings, you are a quality product. Get 5 and you are okay. Get 1 and you are expired milk. You are useless to the average person. Just like this, in the education system that we have today, and many of them all around the world, students are not assessed by their level of competence in their mental well-being, but rather they are judged on how well they can answer 50 questions on a paper. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a debate like no other. The education system today prioritizes grade of a student's mental well-being. And why do I say that? Just like the Industrial Revolution, whereby factories were pumped up to the max, and from one factory we had 10. Just like that, we have so many schools today. But how many of these schools produce high-quality learners? How many of these schools produce people that can actually do something for the world? Out of 10 students, 2 make it to the highest of the high. They become managers. They get good jobs in the best of the best. 3 out of them, they work in the middle class. They get the average jobs. And the rest of them, they work in the factories. They get the lowest of the low. They get the worst jobs. As you can see, this shows that not all of us can go through what this system calls the perfect person. Just like how a factory needs to know if a part meets specifications, the education system needs a way to quality control students. And how do they do that? By giving you a paper. You are not judged by how well you can move your way around the world using your brain and your emotional intelligence, but you are judged on how well you can perform in class, how well you can answer questions, and how well you can speak a foreign language that is not your own. Efficiency. Grades and numerical scores were a shortcut. It is much easier to give a student B than to read a 50-page essay about how well they improved their mental well-being, or how well they are so resilient and so patient toward everything that comes toward their way. Ranking. The education system was designed to sort people who goes to the factory floor and who goes to school and who goes to university. This system was not designed for everyone to be successful. It was not designed for everyone to get the highest of the high. It was not designed for everyone to get equal piece of the cake, but rather it was designed to put some people on the top and put some people down. My second view, grades as a global currency. In a globalized world where grades have become the primary currency of opportunity, the selection criteria of universities and employers like Google, Amazon, Tesla, Apple, Samsung, these companies value competence and value over reliability, not your ability to make the whole room or the office laugh. They do not check whether you can be patient toward a situation, but rather they use grades as a filter to see. Can I get 1 more minute? Thank you. But rather they judge if you can solve a problem within a short given amount of time. Accountability trap. Since students are directly responsible for their result, which leads them to sleep less, and that is praised by school, it is praised by teachers, it is praised by parents all around the world. It does not show that it is school or the system's fault. It is our fault collectively as human beings. We decided to design a system that traps half of the people that go through it and lets only 2 people or 3 be successful. In conclusion, I'd like to say that in a factory, everyone is supposed to be uniform. And each worker will hate you. And a worker that hates you will eventually leave. And without no one working in the factory, all of us will no longer benefit. Thank you, Chairperson.